What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today's gonna be one of the more humorous episodes. It's also gonna touch upon a point I think we gotta, address. The LA Kings took some heat last night for their Twitter feed, saying you're welcome to the rest of Canada for beating Vancouver, in Game One of the best of seven series, and that struck a nerve with a lot of Vancouver Canucks fans. I don't think it should. Your team's most hated team in the NHL. The diving, the unsportsmanlike conduct. Ryan Kessler, he's a great player. He's an American kid like me. We got the same hairdo. We kind of look alike, from what I've heard. I think Mr. Kessler, I don't mean to offend you on that. I'll offend myself. I think I'm better looking. But dude, the dive in last night, trying to draw. I mean, there's a fine line between drawing a penalty and diving. Brett Hall said it best. That there's a very, very big difference between exaggerating a trip and diving. And Vancouver takes it to that extreme. Burroughs was trying to prod Mike Richards into taking a penalty, at the end of the game, and Richards stayed the course and didn't fall for that. Mike Richards is one of the best players we have in the game, and Burroughs is not. He's a good player, and a great story too. I don't mean to take anything away from Burroughs. I think the fact that he went from the East Coast League to being on the first line of a Stanley Cup final team is a great story. But they're like the Kardashians, for Christ's sake. Everyone hates the Kardashians. Now what you're saying, CJ, what are you doing talking about them? I thought you hate them. I have a 17-year-old sister. When I was home a couple weeks ago, I had to sit through that bullshit. And then speaking of that, Lamar Odom getting sent home by the Dallas Mavericks, had to snicker and say, "Fuck you, Lamar." Those. I hate those people. I think Luongo is like Roberto Luongo is like Lamar Odom. There's so many different L's in that statement. They got all the talent in the world, but they're head cases. Lamar Odom eating candy before a game. I mean, I'm no nutritionist, but god damn it, I was usually stuck into a coffee, maybe a sandwich and a Gatorade before going out and playing whatever I was gonna go play. That was usually my meal of choice. But Lamar Odom, you can't argue his talent, but his productivity doesn't match the talent. Same thing with Roberto Luongo. You see what he can do, and then he mentally isn't there. So, we're comparing the Kardashians to the Vancouver Canucks, so we're kind of on the same page. And the other thing was, the one there with the fat ass Kim. Everyone hates her in the world now. That whole little shindig with the sucking dude from New Jersey Nets. I mean, what did that prove? I mean, it just turned public opinion, 99.9% against them. The only 1% that like them are, girls under the age of 12 that have no fucking thought process. But, same ones that made Tyler Seguin the 7th player of the year for the Boston Bruins over Chris Kelly. But I love you, Segs, either way. But, everyone hates these people, and they try to embrace it, but, make all the money they can off it, or in the case of the Vancouver Canucks, draw as many calls as they can, but they can't live with the criticism of being hated for being a pain in the ass, I mean, Jesus Christ. You look at what, Vancouver pissing him on with everything. LaPierre's hated. Yannick Hansen's hated. Ryan Kessler, I loved him until last year in the finals when he just disgraced the game and USA Hockey on the whole with his antics. That they're an arrogant team that really hasn't won anything. How can they be, so arrogant that, and that's, it's kind of like the Kardashians. They never accomplished shit. They're just born into money and. And they look down their nose at everyone. So how does that feel, Vancouver? You're being compared to the Kardashians right now. I mean, I'd rather be compared to Fidel Castro. Obviously, Ozzy Guillen beat me to the choice, beat me to the punchline on that one. But I think Vancouver, they got to put their antics in the rear view if they want to beat LA. And everyone hates them. Everyone in the NHL is rooting against you. All other 29 teams. 29 markets are rooting against Vancouver, and I'm obviously more of I always get a soft spot for the warm weather team, and that's part of the reason I moved for LA. But that being said, come on, I mean, who can really like Vancouver? I mean, they're just the diving, the slashing, the embellishments, it's awful. And Roberto Luongo is a fucking head case. If you're not pumping his tires and being nice to him, he's gonna cry. As he did last year in the finals. I've been pumping Tim Thomas's tires the whole time, and he's never said one nice thing about me. And then, come on, it's competition. It's supposed to kiss each other's ass. But hopefully LA knocks Vancouver out and sends those motherfuckers home early. But see how it takes up. I'll keep you going. And Vancouver fans, bring it on. Let me hear the hatred. All right, later, guys.